If Congress and the President can't come up with a plan and we dive off that fiscal cliff, look what would happen to the average federal taxpayer. The average taxpayer is roughly $50,000 a year. That person would pay an extra $1,238 per year in taxes. In fact, every taxpayer would pay more if we go over that cliff. Clearly, that would be a hit to the overall economy. Now, who's going to get the blame for that? Noelle Clemente from American Action Forum is here. Noelle, I gotta believe that the Republicans will get the blame for this. You agree?
You know, right now it's hard to say because the House is the only body in Washington that's actually passed anything to deal with the taxes, to deal with the spending side of the fiscal cliff. They've passed bills, and right now, no matter what the public blame may be, the fact of the matter is that the Senate is next in line to act, and President Obama, the President of the United States, is expected to lead on this and to provide some ideas moving forward.
Look, I think you would agree with me that so far it's the Republicans who've taken the heat. And John Boehner's Plan B and its collapse, that was a disastrous piece of publicity. Got that?
Right.
Do you think that the tide is beginning to turn at all, and that the president is getting any blame for his leadership or lack of thereof? Is the tide beginning to turn at all, do you think?
I think people are frustrated that they're looking to Washington and not seeing any leadership from the president, not seeing any action in the Senate. You know, a Senate who hasn't had a budget in more than 3 years. I think that frustration is across the board, and it should be felt by all.
Okay, you're sitting there in Washington. You tell me now, you think we get a deal on New Year's Eve?
Gosh, I certainly hope so. It's dangerous...
Do you think we will? Come on, you think we will?
I don't think that this Washington, anyone in Washington, is reckless enough to throw the country off the cliff. I think that they recognize that it's a dangerous risk.
So wait a second, I've got to read between the lines here. You're saying that yet there will be some kind of last-minute stopgap deal, yes?
I certainly hope so.
And what would be the form of that deal? What would be in it? Just the broad outlines. Go.
Well, you know, we can't see taxes go up on anybody across the board, so we have to see all the tax rates extended for everyone.
Well, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. So who's going to pay more in tax? You say we're going to have a deal, so who pays more in tax?
Well, you know, with the Senate back today and the President back today, hopefully we'll see some outlines of something moving forward.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Come on,
I'm not sure where they're going to draw the line.
If you think we're going to get a deal, I want you to tell me the outlines of that deal. Not what you hope for. What do you think's going to happen here?
I'm not sure where the President and Senator Reid are going to draw the line. From what I saw this morning, they're at $250,000, but where the President was before was $400,000, with Speaker Boehner at $1 million last week. So
let's suppose it's $250. Let's suppose it's $250. You think the Republicans will accept that? In the House, they'll say, yeah, okay, go ahead, do it. You think so?
I think that we have to look at what the whole package is going to be, because the taxes are only part of it. Then there's the spending side, and while we are in a spending crisis and our debt is being driven by spending, the sequester spending is wrong. So
you don't think, will there be any spending cuts in a possible last-minute deal, you think?
I think that they'll set framework for something moving forward. I'm not sure what their spending cuts are going to be. What I hope is that next year they
I know
are
what you hope for, but you're telling me we're going to get some kind of last-minute deal. And I want to know what's in it, but I've run out of time. All right, Noelle, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Is this a new